Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Power Rangers Astro Rebels. It's a somber day for our Rangers as their space base has crash landed or has been blown up intentionally as they have escaped the desert and find themselves in Angel Grove, licking their wounds after the realization of Naomi's betrayal. It is late evening. It's a very sobering mood around the base as there are people who are returning home from being in space, and then there is the five of you who are sort of more or less uh, homeless right now as the space base has blown up. You're in what amounts to a abandoned office building that was a former Cranston Tech location. There's maybe some old computers, not much of a lab per se, a couple cots laid out for you guys. What are you doing in this space?
Dusty's just going to try to get something up and going to get some sort of monitors or something to connect to the outside and get news and stuff like that. Basically,
Yeah,
get all tech online.
Kind of
yeah. So there's
Frankenstein
power
yourself
running.
supercomputer.
I mean, more or less, I think it's more just like keeping up to date on what's going on back home, right? Like, not you're not looking supercomputer. You're looking just basic
I'm
news at this point.
looking for basic news, basic visuals.
Yeah,
I'm assuming nobody knows where we went. So I just want something in case something shows up.
yeah,
It's nothing fancy. No,
yeah.
not right
So you're
now.
able to get um the monitors for the space setup. Give me a tech check just to um like see where you set up the cameras and whatnot.
Whatever. I'm taking my time, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It's just clothing and just
it's taking you a bit longer. You're a little bit flustered. There's a lot going through Dusty's head right now. It's been a day. What's everybody else doing?
Uh, I am looking through social media to see if I could find what's happening. In other cities like Angel Grove and Turtle Cove.
Yeah, so Turtle Cove, you see, reports of mass rioting. Um, Angel Grove, you get reports of a giant fireball going off in the sky. Um, Unknown cause, but different reports on Zane Bactrum being reported in nearby, different the Mythic Order Rangers being reported to be on the scene. I think, um, yeah, there's a lot of chaos and destruction going on all over. Um, Ironically, most of the reports coming out of Mariner Bay are just the contrary, as they're saying rebuild efforts are going great as we see the new RSA, this army of first responders, basically rebuilding everything after the Banshira attack. You see Psycho Blue, Jessix Azure reporting how, we're fortunate that we were working on this project in advance, that we were able to deploy these at this moment of disaster. It truly goes to show how well this program came together.
Any info on the 3 RSA Rangers?
Currently, they're serving as they show up in a couple of shots, serving as almost like commanders or generals. They're directing the RSA army, it appears right now. And they're appearing in those alternate suits that you've seen them in when they were fighting you in the mall.
Yeah. The jug mode.
Yeah.
I think
Go ahead.
relay the info of the RSA are no longer keeping their new power-ups secret anymore. Showing the conference footage of them in these new upgraded suits. Well, in the dark suit.
What is everybody else doing? So we heard from Dusty and Tychus. Where do we find George? I imagine the cots that you guys were all given are sort of circled up in the center of the room. But if you guys are elsewhere, please let me know.
Unless I know of something that she could be doing to be useful, she'll probably have been organizing her stuff in that general area. She's gotta, keeps Tyrone in a safe spot, all that good stuff.
George, you get a text from your
Uh-oh.
mom, 911. Are you okay? I haven't seen you in a while. Did you make it out when all those demons attacked?
Okay. I will text her back. Or actually, yeah, I'll text her back and say, I am safe. Are you guys safe? I feel like she'd be hesitating a moment to consider saying something else. But she wants to know that her and her dad are safe first. So she'll send that.
Yeah, I think I could see George typing out the message and then deleting it, erasing it, backspacing the message after that a couple times. Me and your dad are okay. Our place was destroyed in the attack. We're currently at the high school. Don't worry, the RSA is here protecting us.
She will immediately put an exclamation mark in front of her text and then a space. And then she's gonna say, Mom, they are not. And then she tries to think of how to justify, this. And then her next sentence below will be, After she considers it a while, I'm sorry, I forgot the name. What is the name of the other, Carnassian that she ran into? Camaranian, the one that was that gifted them.
Yeah. God, I was hoping you wrote it down. I am
Damn.
the worst about this.
I just want to say that
It was I believe it was Aurora.
okay. Aurora says hello. Oh no, wait. Aurora says you owe her one.
Your phone starts buzzing as your mom is no longer texting; she is calling.
Oh damn.
To know.
She'll answer. Yeah, hi.
Where did you hear that name?
I heard that name when I met her.
Georgia Cole, where are you right now?
I know I've said this a lot in my life, Mom, but for real, for once, it's kind of what is it? Need to know information. That's right. And oh crap, you do need
I
to
am
know.
your mother. I need to know right now.
I'm safe. I swear I'm safe. I can't tell you. I swear I would if I could, but I can't.
Georgia.
There's not a lot of things that I wouldn't just flat out tell you or anyone to their face. But there's one thing I know you know. I know you know that I would keep sacred. That you and Dad know I care too much about. But I can't tell you right now.
I'm gonna roll for your mom. What is your cleverness?
She's actually decent. Let me see. I mean, she's got a 15 there, I guess.
Okay. She is rolling to whether she can see through all of this. Damn. Okay.
Your mom's a smart cookie.
Oh.
She knows her daughter. Like,
She knows my bullshit.
yeah. All right, give me 1 second.
Okay.
What is he cooking?
I don't know, but it better not burn the house down.
Hmm.
It's censored. Too hot for the kitchen.
True.
Oh yeah.
All right, George. You don't have to tell me right now,
Thank you, Mom.
but
But please trust me that you guys shouldn't be there. It's not safe.
okay. Me and your father will. He's got some family out in Silver Hills. We'll stay with them.
Okay, just be careful. I hear the drug problems out there too.
Nowhere safe anymore. Okay.
I'm sorry. I know I'm not giving you a lot to work off of, and I normally would.
No. It's fine, dear.
just know I'm safe, and I'm gonna come to you guys as soon as I can. But I have to see something through first.
I understand. And if you met Aurora, I know she left. She must have left you with something that would help in this situation.
She did.
Just promise me one thing.
Hmm.
You come home safe.
I will. She doesn't know if she can promise this, but she cannot help telling her mom that.
Yeah.
But I guess I have to go right now. But
Okay.
and then she'll just kind of hesitate, like, "I love you, Mom." But she'll kind of be quick about it, and then hang up.
Love you too, George. You get one last text from your mom, and it's just a lightning bolt.
Oh, she's calling me.
With a proud of you.
Oh. She puts a hand over her heart. Anyway, wait, what's going on?
As you look over it, and you're like, motherfucker.
Oh fuck.
Tychus, well, no, Dusty's made a supercomputer, and I am looking through the social medias.
What is Evan and Jesse doing?
Okay. So here's the quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Would Jesse have a backup to like some means of backup through writing or in his phone of the formula he originally had for like the cure initially?
I would think Jesse is that kind of guy who has like backed up his notes.
Yeah. I would say he would try and go over his notes really about currently. And then you like seeing him he would have asked Tychus for that corpse if he still had it or that body.
So give me a medicine check.
And he just want to see like the difference between like his previous blood at the time, the birth
Mhm.
blood, and Chrissy's
Mhm.
blood. See if there's
Yeah,
any
go
big
for it.
difference. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say roll this with an upshift. Because you know your own formula probably well enough.
Specialization? Hell yeah, it is. Let's see.
And then you're getting edge from your, what is it, caretaker? Edge on medicine?
Community helper. I'm not sure.
Yeah, community helper, yes.
Community helper. That's what it is. Okay. Hell yeah.
Holy shit. Okay.
And that is a real critical.
Yeah, that is.
So
It's exactly what Jesse feared it is.
the same thing.
They scaled. It's your formula on steroids. They scaled up what you did to deal with the drug problem to create basically, the way you understand it, a grid dam. So it blocks off whatever access point people were using to get to the grid.
Alrighty.
And they derived it from the research that you and Dusty had worked on to get to this point.
So they use me in Dusty's research?
So from that, you can decipher that Naomi must have passed Psycho Blue something on your research in order to build the weapon that you saw that sucked all of the life out of that area of the desert.
Well, not to put a bag of dog shit in front of the shitty parade we're in, but it's seeming like looks over at Dusty. Hey Dusty, you remember when we made this antidote and stuff, right? The formula?
Yeah.
George is just still staring at Jesse for that metaphor. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I do.
Alrighty. So if you come here and look at my notes, right?
Mhm.
It's seeming like this dead area that we were in originally. It's
Mhm.
seeming like it's seeming like somehow Psycho Blue apparently stole our research and kind of hodgepodge and backwards compatible with their own stuff to make it max.
Well, I mean, we now know that he had a mole. So is that
Yeah.
really a big surprise?
I'm gonna kill her.
I think we're all going to die. I don't think you'll have a chance.
Sorry to sound character. I'm sorry. It's just a hinge.
So I've been sitting here watching and thinking on what to do to try to get ahead of him. And to be honest, the simplest one's the easiest answer. All of us go back to Mariner Bay, unmorphed, call him out, and just morph right in front of him. You want us? We're here. What are you going to do about it? There's no other way. No subversion, no sneakiness. There's nothing else that we can do. Just go out there, prove that we've been trying to stop him, and try to turn it on him.
Ryan
If-
sort of nods in agreement.
If we do this is still the option of what's stopping him from just running away and just calling every single RSA on us.
Then that proves our point.
If we do this, we might need a potential backup. Remember what, Jesse? Remember what we? Well, I tried to ask. Uh, I did talk about potentially forcing him to transform.
What backup are we going to have? There is no backup. Everybody's gone.
Well,
Everybody's busy.
no, not backup people, backup plan. Like
There is none. This is the end. We have nothing else. There's nothing else we can do. He's been ahead of us every single time. So
I think
far
Jesse's
ahead that he had somebody planted within a family member of another team in the ship. This dude is smart. There's nothing else we can do. We're at the end game. We're at the end times. World's coming to an end. There's nothing else we can do. We either go down, take him with us, or just go down swinging. Because honestly, with where he's at now and what he's doing in that city, I mean, my foster mom's already in the hospital, so I mean, really, what more do I have than what I'm doing right now? And that's trying to stop him and at least trying to get the people to see who he is.
So
Ryan sort of nods.
What
I
were
can
you
at
gonna-
least get the actual police and first responders to hold off whatever force Psycho Blue has put together, to give you guys time to face him head on.
I have a question, Ryan. Do you know any places that still has some lightspeed tech in it?
They seized it all. They have the Aqua Base. The only place that might have it is Fairweather's lab, but they know that just as well as we do, that it's a possible to have some sort of weaponry there. But if what you're saying is true, and Jesse, and that blast can wipe out more forms, he won't risk blasting it on the city unless he has no other choice. Because then it saps his army of all their power.
To take Jesse's, or yeah, to take your metaphor, we need to put him in the middle of his own shit pile.
Yeah.
Evan, you've been quiet over there.
Evan is probably sitting on his bed in a semi like rescue, like almost like head in, almost in between his knees, kind of rescue breathing position. Silent except for this heavy breathing that he's kind of doing, just because, you know, this is a guy who has committed his life to helping people, and especially like those who are less fortunate and need the help, and the ones who are going to be disproportionately affected by the city being effectively reduced to a militarized zone.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, he's really caught in his own head. And because he knows that logically there's nothing he can do to help right now, but that's all that all that he can think about doing is just going out and helping, even though he knows he can't. So he's really he's in a rough spot right now. He's only like 2/3 aware of what's going on around him. Like, he's not really absorbing anything other than, oh, there's Tychus, there's Dusty,
Ryan sort of puts his hand on Evan's shoulder. You all right?
No, I'm really not. I'm not. I just I need to be doing something, and I can't do anything, and I'm stuck, and I don't like where I am right now because of it, and I'm just I'm having a really, really hard time dealing with this.
Okay. It sounds like we have first steps. You guys need to find a way into Mariner Bay as undetected as possible until you can get to Psycho Blue.
I just spoke with my family. There's apparently a lot of civilians being held up at the high school that me and, Mariner Bay High School and RSA is guarding all those people, but it could be just as good a place to blend into if seeming like refugees.
That could be a great. That could be a good way slipping in.
Do
Because
something to.
I'm assuming
Oh,
they
go
don't
ahead.
know our.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Because I'm assuming they don't know our civilian forms, right?
No, I'm pretty sure they do.
Psycho Blue knows who you are, but I don't think that's been widely spread to the RSA army that he has right now.
And that's fine. We can hide our faces. Faces are easily changed or hidden. So we need to get somewhere where we know where we're just gonna have to watch him. We're gonna have to take a day of watching him. Find out where he spends most of his day. And then once we're fully ready, we go to where the middle of wherever he can come down and we just call him out.
Well, I have one thing that I think we should add to this, and I think we should fight fire with fire. If we are gonna go call him out, I think we need to be the ones live streaming what's happening first, because he's going to turn around and use propaganda against us no matter what, whether this is a final showdown, another skirmish, whatever it is, but we need to actually start showing them our side of things.
100%. I agree with you. That's
I mean,
why
if we do we need at least confessions from Chris?
I
Do we know where
my
he is?
my
Yeah,
plan
he's with you guys.
my
He's
plan
in
is
the building
to-
somewhere.
my plan is I was hoping that since we're probably going to make this a team effort, is some of us are going to have to watch him. And I'm not saying leave here. We do not leave here until we are ready. But some of us take the day to watch him. I'm going to comb through what I can get through in Ranger logs and what I was able to download from the ship. And then whoever can talk to Chris.
He's apparently been the reason my home is destroyed. My parents have no
Oh,
place to stay. I'm kind of mad about all this. And if I tell Chris what he's done and what's turned into our high school, I don't think he's going to be all that amped up about it either. And me and him will probably end up going on our own. So I'm just saying I will do my best to hold back. But he's fucking with the place I've grown up.
so yeah, I can understand that. Um, but running into places where we don't know what's going on, glances at Tychus and Jesse, is not the best idea right now.
We can
We
only
need to we need to stay together. This is the end. We need to stay together.
Ryan sort of nods. We take the night, rest up here. Evan, could you come with me for a sec?
Evan nods and gets up to follow. But as he does so, he pauses next to Dusty and kind of pats him on the shoulder and says, "With you," and then follows.
You got this. I believe in you.
Ryan sort of walks around a hallway with Evan. Are you up for this, Evan?
It's all I can do to help right now. Yeah.
I don't mean are you up for it. Can you give 100% of yourself to this moment right now?
Absolutely.
Okay, because the guy that I saw in there did not look ready to do that.
The guy you saw in there was who I was when I was still with my parents. The guy you saw in there was someone whose worldview was bleak. I'm not
been
saying
there,
yeah.
and I know that it's tough to come back from. For a long time, I felt alone in this world. But there are 4 other Rangers in there that are needing you to be at your best. And if you can't do that, I'm going to have to find somebody else who is.
I understand entirely. But I promise you I'm not going to let my family down.
All right. Sort of pulls you in. You're a huge part of this team, this family. And I can't wait to see how great you'll make the world after we get through this.
Thank you.
And he walks back into the room. At this point,
Oh,
we just. Oh, okay. I'll let you go, Jesse.
sorry. Jesse would walk over to Ryan
Mm-hmm.
as he'll just say, Commander Ryan. Commander Ryan.
Yeah. What's up, Jesse?
You said you know people that can at least hold off the drugged up Rangers, right? While we deal with Psycho Blue, right?
Might not be for long, but it's with Dana being a nurse or a doctor now, and my father being a former firefighter. They at least can get the local firemen and first responders to hold them as best they can.
So real quick, right? So real quick out of character.
Yeah.
Can I make another medicine check? But because I want to see if I can make this antidote, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to see if I can make it airborne by any chance, you know?
So you do have an aerosol version of it. So it's not like you can't like crop dust with it. It's got a very short half-life, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But if you give it to people as like a pepper spray, they'd be able to use it that way and
Alrighty.
give them a little bit more of a fighting chance. Unfortunately, you don't have the distribution network to
Yeah.
really get something
mean-
like that out to a bunch of people.
I mean, at most, I'm still gonna send the formula over to Ryan of that.
Yeah.
As you're gonna say. I'm trying my best so not that many people will die from this mission because of us. As this is the best I can do right now, since I don't have a lab at the moment.
I'll get this over to Dana. Hopefully she has access to some way to synthesize
I mean,
something.
do you think maybe sending this over to the SPD medical center might help, or are their arms tied also?
Unfortunately, with the RSA being a terrestrial matter and Psycho Blue being an elected official, their hands are tied with red tape. It's unlikely that they can lend aid, but we can get things distributed to the people within the city.
Okay.
You did great work, Jesse. It's just unfortunate that your tool for good fell into his hands.
I mean, in all honesty, what good have I done lately, really? I've been fucking up over and over, apparently, you know? Like, I fucked up by not, I checked to see if this girl had a fucking bomb on him. You know, I didn't check beforehand to jump in to save Carter to evaluate. Like,
See,
and
one of
now
your
look,
greatest skills and why I thought you'd be perfect for this was your attention to detail and your patience. And I think somewhere along the way, you lost that.
I might have. I might have. Now I don't even know what's going on with my head anymore.
He
Anyway,
takes his hand and sort of rests it on your shoulder. Jesse, the only person who has any control over your head is you. Just remember that there are those around you who can take some of that weight off your shoulders.
I'm gonna stay up a little late to read Ranger logs all at most about the Psycho Rangers.
Make sure to get some sleep at least.
I will. I think I just want to try and test something out.
All right. Just a break from the serious moment, we cut to Chris in the corner who's on his phone playing what looks to be like Angry Birds. Just completely oblivious to everything that's going on.
Does he have
Correct.
Does he have a good high score? That's all I want to know.
No, it's awful. He's like
God damn.
barely past the 4th level. Like it's
Oh,
Ooh. How many tries?
he is like burning. He's a rich kid, so his dad let him
Oh,
hook it up to the
no.
credit card. So he's like burning the points to like get as many
Bro.
tries as he can.
He is burning money for the eagle. Okay.
Nice.
Uh,
Go ahead.
I think I'll approach Chris.
He-Man, what's up?
I'm gonna ignore that.
He-Man.
Oh, no.
already
Hi,
down for this.
Salad.
I'm
What's
already down for
up?
It's like one step from like saying an outdated like slang that could be offensive. Like
we potentially need your help with something.
Dude, I'm locked in with you guys. What you need?
Are you able to confess about all the actions that you have done, including the stuff with Mr. Azar Azure?
Don't use the word confess, because then he might tell us stuff we really don't need to know.
You
Can
you
stupid
see
can stupid
like
be used in
the
trial?
happy carefree demeanor drop as he
no.
as he goes, listen, man, I'm willing to help you out, but can't say all the messed up stuff that I did. I break my dad's heart for one, and I can't do that to him. I can't tell him that all of the hoops that he jumped through to get me to be a ranger ended up fucking the city up. I broke his heart once when I tore up my knee doing a keg stand. I can't do it again by saying that this ranger program that he shoehorned me into was a sham to conquer the planet. I could never walk down the streets of Mariner Bay again. And he would lose his career.
I'm not saying I don't get it, but Chris, do you have any idea how many times I've failed? Not in particularly the ways you've just described, but I've embarrassed myself in ways I've never wanted to tell my own mother, but she's been there front seat every time, every failure, even the ones that apparently you guys have taken away from us with the whole ranger thing. And every single time my family has done nothing but been there for me and not been embarrassed by my failures. I'm the one embarrassed by my failures. And I know for a fact you're not a failure. And if your dad can't see that because you messed up having fun or enjoying yourself, then I don't think he's doing any of this for you. He's done all of this for himself, and you deserve more love than that.
Only family I got now, man. Like,
Chris,
my mom passed a couple years ago.
it doesn't take him away from being your family, but you can choose your family that you want to enjoy yourself with. This is my family now. I never thought I'd even have something that I regarded as family. Not in like the way of best friends or like that real sense of family that I don't think needs to be blood to matter. You can choose your family, and you can't choose your dad, but you can choose whether you want him to dictate whether you get to be yourself or you get to be the person he wants you to be. And I don't think I could ever live my life the way you do, because if I couldn't be me, that's even worse than seeing me locked in hell.
Yeah. Chris is starting to break down, crying. All right. What do you need me to talk about?
If Dusty's close by, he's going to get some sort of camera ready and just walk over and be like, look, I don't understand a whole lot. I can tell you that from me, the last foster home I was in was Miss Fairweather. And she has dementia now. So I'm going to record what you're saying. We just need the truth. And we need it to be from you without any sort of duress. So none of us are going to be around. I'm going to give you the recording device. Say what you want to say. Because the second that any of us are on screen with you, it can be turned against us.
But I think it's important to make sure he knows we're here with you the whole way.
We're here, 100%.
Yeah,
He nods and takes the camera into the other room.
I will also. So I know I didn't relay the info that Guyan told me on like my second or third day on Earth, but who was originally going to take my power to at least give him some form of there are other people who believe in you.
Sort of nods and gives like a slight grin. Like, thanks for the before walking into the next room to record his message, which I'll share at the end of the episode. But what are the night's winding down? What are you guys doing?
I want
How
to
are
have.
you?
Whoop, go ahead.
Oh yeah. The beds are sort of like laid out in a circle if you guys want them to. If you want to change the arrangement, feel free. But that's just how I pictured the scene.
Yo, campfire circle.
Yeah, for sure.
I want
But,
to sit down.
Sounds good to me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
keep
Go
going.
ahead. Go ahead. No, this is.
I want to sit down and talk to Dusty about finally figuring out how Evan can work to control his arrows a bit better and basically kind of come up with different things that they can do.
Mhm.
Sharing a few ideas with Raybo, maybe a concussion arrow, a net arrow, grapple hook and line arrow, knockout gas arrow, just utility based.
Yeah,
energy
no
arrows.
damage, but it's just gonna do like
What I need it to do, or like an arrow specifically to send out a pulse of something. Just arrows that aren't meant to attack, but are meant to
how
be used as
many
tools.
did we say that you came up with? I think it was 5, right?
I don't even remember.
It was
Yeah.
5. It was 5
So
because I
which
came up
5
with 10.
does he? Which 5 do you have?
Let me let me look back at the list.
Yeah.
Do. Where is it? We talk too much. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so you are wanting not killing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got
Although any arrows at this point, honestly.
I've got the punching glove.
Perfect.
I've got the net. How about a knockout gas?
Which can be changed into the Ranger nullifying gas if you wanted
2.
it to
So
be.
1, 2,
Which would make sense.
3. Let's get you that grapple line. So that's 4. And I'll give you I got a choice between flashbang, grease, or sonic arrow.
Mm. as much as I'd love to see what Grease can do, I'm thinking Flashbang makes the most sense tactically.
So, punching glove, net, knockout / whatever gas you want to throw in there, flashbang, grapple. I think that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what you got.
There we go.
So those 5 arrows fill 7 quiver spots. So you can have one of each and then duplicates of 2 of them.
Cool.
And then I will put together a list of exactly what those do mechanically, but it's going to be the same roll that you would make with your attack roll. The quiver is nicely enough just a nice hip quiver, about the size of like say about like 6-8 inches long. The arrows have like collapsible shafts so that it can be easily concealed. The grappling hook arrow is the only one that you only can have one of, because the line is threaded to the quiver. So it's reusable, but you have to retrieve it at the end of each shot.
I will tell you, for everyone who got something from Dusty, if you search long enough on your items, everyone will find a personalized maker's mark. That's basically just your constellation and Astro, basically an AR for Astro Rebels.
Heck yeah.
Just tiny, just something that he left you.
Yeah. It's etched into each of the items, so some of it's not too clear on some of them. Some of them you have to like run your hand over the side of it to actually feel the impression. But yeah.
My phone's not an Android, it's a Rebelroid.
Aww.
Through with your new constellation,
No,
not the old
you mean it's an asteroid.
Oh yeah, I guess so, yeah. Asteroid. Yeah, applause.
Awful, but amazing.
As for sleeping arrangements, Desi is going to do what he does best. He's going to work until he sleeps. So his sleeping place will probably be at the computer.
Yeah. I imagine both Jesse and Dusty have like the cubicles next door to each other and are just hearing the furious typing of the other as they're both working. And
Okay.
oh, go ahead.
Okay. So before Jesse does that, right?
Yeah.
Gotta walk over to George real quick.
Mm-hmm.
As he's gonna say, "Hey George, I got a question.
What's up?
You're a Ranger fanatic, right?"
Yes.
I just wanted to know if you know anything about Psycho Rangers in particular. If you know.
I'm assuming she vaguely knows. What GM, what does she know, or should I roll?
You know,
Would I know at
you
least
know
like
the
in
name.
spaces stuff of it? Or
Yeah, you know, in spaces stuff. The Lost in Galaxy stuff gets a little bit jumbled because like it's coming from a colony that's light years away.
yeah.
In another galaxies away, like is in the other side of the universe.
I base
Right, like it's
So the way that she'd basically sum it up to you is be like the most I know with how they operate or like how they came to be or what they were originally was Dark Specter's energy got used by our therapist when she was evil, and she basically modeled all of them to be the complete antithesis of each color coordinated ranger's persona at the time and their abilities.
Mm.
But because they kind of became endeared to, like, you know, our therapist back then, Astronomer, or wait, no, her name is, what is her name now?
Perone, no.
I'm sorry.
Perone.
Corone, yes, sorry. Corone is what she'd call her. With Corone, previously, that I guess they kind of looked at her like a mom, and then I guess they started wanting to, like, just, I don't know, family of evil. I remember that much, at least. Because it becomes really
I don't know
skewed. They're all very different.
I don't think you even got to the family of evil stuff. I think you got to
Just what they were made out of, right? Basically.
right, that
Yeah.
basically, and they're presumably destroyed.
Yeah. It's about, yeah, makes sense.
Mm.
Now I
And-
have a question for George, but I will wait.
All right. Like, you see Jesse obviously writing down on a notepad. Like,
Oh yeah, by the way, I saved something from your room before the thing exploded.
and that is.
She gives you your itemized receipt from Walmart back.
Thanks. Thanks.
You seem to really care about it, so I wanted to get it back to you.
I just find it funny, like I get an Xbox, you get a piece of paper.
You get a receipt.
I'm
Okay.
kidding.
Yeah, no, it's fine. No, it's fine. Jesse just like was looking at you for a bit.
Yeah. So Jesse, you see the itemized receipt,
Mm-hmm.
but stapled to it is your reimbursement packet
Oh. Hell
with, I mean, you already got the reimbursement, like that happened off screen,
Yeah.
but you see a memo note from Ryan on there just saying, thanks for sweating the small stuff.
I appreciate it, George.
I just really also didn't know what you cared about in the room, so I'm sorry.
And no, it's fine. It's fine.
What are some of the things that Jesse lost in that room?
I would imagine his everyday clothes. You know, like this
Well,
is
that's
probably
good.
the only thing.
You needed an update to your wardrobe. It's a positive.
Hey, I'm getting an updated commissioner anyways out of character. Anywho, um, but no, Jesse. No, it's like his clothes, like just like basic stuff. I was assuming, like if you ever go to Jesse's room, if
Yeah.
militant. Oh fuck, I forgot the word.
Minimalist?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like, there's nothing really there besides, like, like probably some book. Those books he got from Diana.
Oh, that's funny.
But that would be
So
like.
yeah, I mean, this was probably George was probably looking around. This is the most personal thing that I know about him.
As sad as that is, but it was the only thing I could think of.
Like you
And
might
then
see, you might see a Hot Wheel. Like,
Well, she probably would have pocketed the Hot Wheel, maybe. But it's fine.
Give it to you later.
Yeah.
but yeah. Alrighty. So my second question, George.
Mm-hmm.
Would you happen to know what is Dark Specter's energy or no?
I'm sorry. You mean like? Wait, what?
The energy you said that the Psycho Rangers were born out of Dark Specter's energy, right?
Yeah. As far as I know. Maybe
Would
that's.
you know?
What's
Oh,
up?
good. I was gonna say, would you know where that energy came from by chance?
From Dark Specter himself, I thought. I thought it was because she.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think George would really know. It's just like
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
like Jesse's illiterate with Power Ranger
That's
shit.
just.
Besides,
Oh, I'm just.
like,
She's just guessing. Like
Yeah.
I would guess it's from him, but I don't know. I mean,
All right.
and that's just like, if it's me guessing, it would actually make sense why they would want to pull him through, or maybe they want, I don't know. If they want an
Jesse,
army of
give-
regular people being rangers, maybe they want more psycho rangers. I don't know.
Jesse,
Oh.
that does give me you're on a track that I want you to keep going down. Give me a medicine check, 2 upshifts.
Let's go! Alrighty, let me just specialization. Upshift 2, so that's a D10. Edge. Would this be edge actually or no?
Yeah, it would be edge. All right. Not a real crit, but still a 20. You're remembering back to Chrissy's blood work, and something you hadn't identified at the time was a antibody that looked a little out there.
Okay.
It was similar to the Ranger antibody. It was, but like the antithesis, like it was just the opposite.
Did I actually? I'm assuming Jesse would have like tried to like put the antidote on that antibody in particular and see what would
Yeah,
happen.
and it didn't do anything. So you were like, oh well,
Yeah.
it might be just a disease that I haven't cataloged before.
Alrighty.
But as you're thinking about it now, it almost felt like when you put the antidote on it, it presented more.
Like, what do you mean by resented?
Like presented, sorry. Like it was expressed more. Like
It had
not
a
that it
reaction.
grew or anything, but
Yeah.
like it had the opposite reaction to whatever you did.
Okay. So it's like icky, basically. What the fuck is
Yeah,
that?
so but it, I mean, knowing what you know now about how Chrissy transformed and everything like that,
Mm-hmm.
you're wondering if that was the body's response to whatever Psycho Blue did to them, not from the grid.
Oh, okay. Alrighty.
So it could be
That-
connected to his power.
Alrighty. Thank you for giving me these questions, giving me these answers, George.
Sure.
I'm just trying to find a way to at least. I'm trying to find ways to like at least nerf at least the Psycho Rangers or something like that.
Well, I'm all for it, and it gave me a slight distraction from wanting to go beat up that blue guy.
Well, right now I'm about to check the Ranger logs for once and and look up Dark Spectre.
She makes an audible gasp, but obviously she's mocking. Go get
He's
on
mocking him,
that.
but I imagine she also like slides him a piece of paper with her
Yeah.
Ranger board
She literally
login information.
She just has had copies ready.
Yeah.
You just see like a blank expression from Jesse's face as he just walks over to the computer.
She gives you her log cheat sheet. Like whenever we talk about like the watch guides, she gives you like the
Yeah.
Ranger log guide of ones you can skip.
He's
Yeah.
like trying to ignore her basically. like his mind is at work, you know.
He's like, this guy gives real good information. This guy's complete trash. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Well,
This one
Time
seems like
for
he's
Tychus.
high, but he's pretty amusing.
Time for
Um,
Tychus' question for George. Joke intensify.
Yeah.
but oh, good.
Oh, you first. You
Alrighty. Sorry if I'm taking up so much time, but
No, you're good.
yeah, Jesse would then walk over to Chris. Like Jesse's going full on what's we call it, investigator right now.
Oh, I mean, Chris, like, so he pauses his recording as you walk out because he was like,
He
Recording
just
based.
burst in
Almost like
during
doing-
his interview. He's like, Chris, I need to know.
I would imagine Jesse would not know, you know, at the
Yeah.
moment.
as he, yeah, turns it off.
Hey, Chris,
Yo, what's up?
if I may ask from you, may I get a blood sample from you?
Listen, I promise you, I'm clean. I never took any steroids.
It's not like that, man. I'm just checking something.
Your blood could save the world.
Okay.
If you tell him, he'd
Extends his
probably
arm.
tell him, and he'd be really willing.
This is to probably nerf the fucking Psycho Rangers.
Right on.
I just need a small blood sample. I'm investigating all we can do right now, really, because I don't
Yeah,
want
I
to.
mean, my arm's ready to go. You got the tube or whatever.
Yeah, I got it right here. As Jesse is Jesse doesn't need like a blood sample to check if that antibody is in Chris, really, so he could just mess around against that thing.
Yeah, I mean, just give me a medicine check. You've drawn blood before, so it's not a high DC, but just in case you fuck this up.
Oops, sorry, that wasn't the vein.
Oh, whoops.
Look,
What's
his
up?
veins move. It happens.
What's is it some? What do you call like? Ain't it something like if someone got like small veins or something like that? Ain't that like a?
There's rolling
That
veins
is a
and
thing, I
stuff
don't
like
know.
that.
Small
Yeah,
veins, rolling veins. It's all a thing, man.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah.
It does suck. I have that, and they have to. I'm not gonna go into it. It's fine.
I don't want to get into it. How
Weekly, buddy.
much giving blood sucks.
Let's go.
Weekly.
Dear God, that was almost bad.
Whew.
Yeah, 16, easy enough. You draw the blood, get a decent sample. So you have that to play with.
Alrighty. So I'm.
We'll let you walk off.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all.
As Tychus comes up to George for his question.
I have a question for you, George, about your knowledge of Angel lore.
Oh, okay. I'm popular today.
Sorry.
What's up?
I've only heard Zane say this once, but do you know what a battleizer is?
GM, do I know what a battleizer is? I just want to make sure.
I mean, you've definitely seen like the SPD one. Like that one's pretty. Like yeah, it's the one where a dog literally jumps in and like attaches to some dude's armor.
Yeah, it's like some kind of auxiliary thing. Usually I see a dog attached to someone's armor. It's kind of like an upgrade of some kind. Kind of like our Lights of Orion, but more physical, I guess? I don't know. Because it's really different with every iteration. I only know the SPD one.
Yeah, I only know that I only know the basic info with Shakina with what Zane said.
I mean, with you, I'm sure it'd be some kind of like way to soup up your sword, make it a buster sword. I don't know.
That does sound cool.
Is there anything else I could
Do
help
you-
with? I know that I don't know much on that one, but
I kind of thought of another idea while walking up. Do you think Psycho Blue might gloat or monologue?
I mean, it's possible. He seems pretty into himself, or at least he's confident enough to have gone through all the stuff he has to get over one on us. I don't know because I've only met him in that false form of his, but I don't see why he wouldn't be. He probably would. I could only hope that he'd react to maybe us picking at his ego or trying to attack it.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, why don't we have him make us ammo? If you catch what I'm saying.
Make us ammo. And how do you? I think I catch what you're saying, but how would you do that?
You remembered Dusty's recording device?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I mean that's why. If you give us ammo, that's why I think we should stream anything we do participate. Like anytime
Yeah.
we do roll out, we need to be ready to show everything.
Yeah.
And even she'd kind of deflated that because she doesn't really want to give up being what they are right now, but she knows it's kind of like gonna be a requirement right now.
It's probably like there's a good chance that happens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, pretty much I won't want to away for when we are exposed, he's also exposed.
Well,
Kind of
yeah.
a mutually shared exposure.
Well, yeah. That's what I was. You're on the same track I was earlier, but yeah, I agree. That's the hope, is that we'll create some ammo out of whatever we're able to show from our side that they're doing.
Yeah.
Do you guys know where Evan is? Is he doing all right?
He, from the looks, he's from what I saw, he's looking a bit better.
Is he like around? I don't know where he is right now.
Yeah. God, is he around?
Am I talking
Evan?
about this
Yeah.
like next to him?
Yeah, Evan's literally sitting next to you with Dusty and is like, "What's up?"
How you doing?
Better. Hi.
Hi. I totally didn't just space out. How's it going?
I'm pretty good. You guys were just talking about me like I wasn't here for a solid 30 seconds.
Sorry, we're just
Sorry, I'm really emotional.
just tomorrow is gonna be a big day, so
Yeah,
we can have tunnel vision, my friend.
that's understandable. I get it.
I'm gonna send some messages.
All right, I saved the robot dog, and she's gonna finally whip the robot dog out.
Yeah.
If that's okay, I thought she got it.
Ben just holds out his arms.
As the dog sort of leaps in. He doesn't have a tongue, but is like
It just
The effort's there.
yeah.
The effort's there.
it initiates a faintly dog-scented spray, like one of those scent fresheners in the apartment.
Unfortunately, it's a very uncomfortable position on where it releases from. As it releases from what was the equivalent of the dog penis, but yeah.
Oh my god.
That was worse than what I was thinking.
Evan just pulls the dog away for a second, goes,
What?
all right.
Fucker really is fucking busting flowers. Jesus Christ.
I didn't expect that tailpipe.
Nope.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to message Teddy the info about Naomi.
Okay. Interesting. That's good to
Rough.
know.
That's rough.
Hey, he's the only person I know from Savage.
No, I know, but it's just, wolf, he is going to have a day.
I mean, everyone's having a bad day in Savage. This is so. I mean, he wasn't having a bad day, so everyone else should.
He's already having a bad day. His day just got worse.
And you know
Yeah,
what?
type me that message and I'll send it. I'll pass it along.
Okay.
Um,
Secondly, I would uh like to send a message to Cougar, even though that he won't help. Maybe it'll help if he has the info that we know on Azure and what we're potentially doing.
yeah, give me a. I'll just call it a straight persuasion roll.
I'm good with those. Can I spend a story point on Edge, my fellow player?
I mean, I don't think any of us really spend them, right?
Yeah, I really don't.
We haven't spent any this far. Yeah.
Floor is yours.
Yeah, I think we only spent one, so. 14.
He replies back immediately. It's just like, I'm sorry for the situation, Tychus. There's not much I can do. I wish I could offer you more, but um, all I can say is I wish you the best and may the power protect you.
I will reply with a thank you.
As you turn around, you do see teleported in a SPD badge, which Tychus would know would allow you to judge someone in real time.
Thank you for the gun, Mr. Chekhovs.
That's cool.
Fortunately,
I think
looking at it, it doesn't have the capture technology, but it at least lets you
We
100% guaranteed.
Gotta get that on
Yeah.
tape.
Yeah.
Yep. I think I'll quickly walk in and show guys.
Hmm.
I sent a message to Cougar and he gave me this. as he shows the SPD badge morpher thing.
Why why did he give you that? Like Jesse, like kind of looks at you, eyebrow raised.
Do you understand what that is?
Yes, I do.
I think George is having a mini like fangirl moment.
Why do you keep getting everything involved with the thing I want?
I'm sorry.
Kruger and now this.
Oh wow, you got connection to Kruger?
Yeah, I think he respected me after our duel.
Ah, I met the man once. Very respectable leader.
I
just imagine we look over to George and her eye is like twitching.
Yeah, I'm like,
Okay.
you know what? My family's involved in all of the engineering department. That's where the cool shit happens.
I mean,
Yes.
would I know the engineering thing?
No, you like
Okay.
the engineers were like not something that you fucked around with.
Oh, I meant like if I had to treat him or something like that, or
You would know Boom because Boom was in there like every other day from something.
oh yeah, I used to know a guy from the engineering room.
Mm-hmm.
He always got hurt like during experiments, really with stuff. And I had to patch him up every so often.
Real high odds that was my uncle. But right? Would that be?
Yeah.
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 Okay. That
Boom?
yeah.
Yeah, boom.
Anywho,
She whispers Uncle Boomy.
I'm gonna get back on this research. Really,
Yeah.
holler if you need me.
Understood.
I'm gonna just keep on my eyes on a lot of social media regarding Mariner Bay. I think she's just kind of looking for any opportunities to go on ranger boards or whatever to create dissent in their favor. But that's the only control she feels like she has of this situation before she runs out of time.
I mean, how much does she start to get sick of everybody being like, yo, the RSA Ranger suits are so sweet? And
she would just be going off being like, this design is completely
it's completely derivative. It's not original.
It's a rip-off of this, and this. At least these designs over here with these so-called Astro Rebels at least were innovative.
Jesus.
As some of them like chirp back, like, why are you defending criminals? They literally blew up.
Criminals always have the better design, and you know it.
Unless eyebrow raise emoji.
I don't feel that
She's
line
trying to win
helped
the argument.
He's trying, and she's getting bombarded by like three different like neckbeards, just really in the weeds.
Yeah,
I
think. Oh no, you first.
Oh no, I was gonna make a city joke. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think before I go to sleep, I kind of look at the sword Dusty made and kind of contemplating, am I ready to sacrifice it all to get the mission done?
Mm-hmm. As that thought goes through your head, you see Chris's monologue go out to the internet as he live streams. Hello, my name is Christian. Diaz, the RSA Red Ranger. You may know me from my football career or being the Red Ranger, but I'm here to tell you that not everything I did was all that great. The fights that we had were staged to be in our favor by Jessix Azure and through him we got augmented abilities to undercut the true heroes, the Astro Rebel Rangers. At this time, I'd like to confess to all of my crimes, which includes distributing the power chip drug, the murder of Mayor Alicia Daniels, and most importantly, I can't do this, as he shuts off the camera. And that was when Jesse walked out and took his blood sample. He turns it back on. Jessix Azure is the Psycho Blue Ranger, and he's going to destroy Mariner Bay. The RSA army that he put together is going to destroy the city unless you help the Astro Rebel Rangers get to him. Whatever you have to do to keep yourself safe, do so and stay as far away from the RSA army as you can. We are coming, and we're going to help you. Go Astro. That's the end of the message.
Fuck yeah.
Which ending?
Dusty is getting right on that and throwing it into every algorithm he can to get it out as fast and as widespread as he can.
Yeah, he was streaming it to his YouTube channel, but now you're like spreading it far and wide through every news outlet you can hack into. And that is where we're going to call,
which is quite considerable. If I just take my time with it.
and that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Huzzah.